It's the Channel Mom Show with Jenny Dean Schmidt. We're here for you.
Dreams, that's where I have to go.
Brought to you by Pediatric Dental Group of Colorado, creating positive and rewarding dental visits for kids of all ages since 1977.
Hey, welcome back to the Channel Mom Show. Thank you for that little tidbit of ABBA, Dan.
You're welcome.
A couple of things. We are back now with the author of Your Kid's Too Soft, Welcome to the Old School. We want to give you a chance to win that. So if you want to call 303-297-1510, Dan will take your name and number, and you can have a copy of that book, Your Kid's Too Soft, Welcome to the Old School, by coach and teacher Tim Smiley. Taught locally at Pomona High School and coached in Arvada, Colorado. So we're so glad to have you, Tim. Welcome back to the show.
Well, thanks again, Jenny. Appreciate it.
Something cool unfolded. I really want to say to all the sports fans out there during the break. Dan came in, our producer, to tell Tim that he finally recognized him because he'd been to his basketball coaches as a kid, or basketball camps as a kid. And Dan, I just found out, played for Ralston High School, and they won the state championship. So that's so cool, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the
Small
sports.
world.
Yeah, it is a small world.
And now he's in sports media.
Now he's in sports media. And Tim, you taught him a long time ago in one of your camps. So that's cool. All righty. Just quickly, the boy that had to work 2 months to get good enough grades to get his truck back, did that change his life behavior? Did he have a new pattern?
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about that during the break, and I think the answer is clearly yes. It was the first time that he had, I would say, really been called out academically. And, you know, the truck is something he really wanted. There's no question. And so when Mom said you can't drive it until the grades rise to whatever the level was she expected, it took him a couple months to get to that level. And at that point, he was allowed to do it. And, you know, to the ex-husband's credit, he supported her in that endeavor, even though he had provided the truck. But yeah, it did. In fact, today he's, mid-20s, businessman living in Oklahoma.
It's so great.
And doing very well.
It's fabulous. Congratulations for keeping up on your kids, because it shows that you care. You've got a commitment to them, so that's wonderful that you do that. Very briefly, Shelley said something during the break as well. And by the way, if you want to win Tim Smiley's book, Your Kid's Too Soft, Welcome to the Old School, please call 303-297-1510, and we'll give you a copy of that. Shelley said that where do you draw the line? Because she said in her case, one of her children is not that committed to sports. It's kind of an off and on thing, but she really cares about the grades. But you talked about the all-in concept. So tell moms briefly what that involves. Because I think, honestly, it's tempting for the mom to let the boy drive the new truck, even if he's not getting good grades. I'm guilty of it. It's tempting to let my son sleep over, even if he hasn't really acted the way he should, still have the sleepover. So it's tempting to just follow through and say, let them have what they want.
It's easier.
It is much easier. But tell me about where the discipline comes in and how far do you push you've got to commit. If you're committed to this, you've got to be all in.
You know, I think, Jenny, Shelley's question was a really good question. And, you know, even though it wasn't something that was an activity, the baseball wasn't something that was really paramount in her expectations. You know, the general concept of if you're going to do something, you got to do it full time, full way, full commitment is something that's going to pay huge dividends for life. And I think I'm sort of here, sort of not kind of attitude that anybody can have is really a problem down the line, because once you start dropping out of things, it becomes easier and easier to drop out of things, especially when they get more difficult later on.
Yeah. How do you do both, though? If he's in a rigorous academic program and yet wants to play, how would you do both of those?
Sure.
Yeah, quick answer here.
Quick answer is sleep less. And I think, you know, the one thing that's clear in research is that athletes at the high school and college level, when they are in season and they are at their busiest, that's also when they get their best grades.
That's absolutely true.
Because their organizational skills have to come up for them to survive.
That's true. And they convince themselves they can't do everything. I've seen kids in tears saying, I can't do everything. When I was a college swimmer, I swam in college. That was the semester. I did, decently with my grades, but that was the semester I got my best grades was when I was swimming.
That's true.
It's so true. It's so true. It's Tim Smiley, such a pleasure to have you on the show. Your book, Your Kid's Too Soft, Welcome to the Old School. I hope people pick it up, learn something. Where can they go and find out more?
You know, the way to go here is it's really easy to remember. I have a website at yourkidstoosoft.com.
Okay.
And you can acquire the book either directly from me. And to do that, you just click the pay by check button, and there's a form, and I'll get it to you right away. Or you can buy through the publisher. and that's usually a little bit of a slower process.
Okay.
And there's deals on the check button anyway. So
Okay.
yeah.
YourKidsTooSoft.com.
YourKidsTooSoft.com. That's where it's at.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful holiday
Okay.
season. We appreciate you being on the show.
Bet.